That's a bop. Play it.
Are they going to do that? That was a double header. What? That was a double header. I would think so, but I don't know. I guess if I told you, I was talking to you earlier in the day too when we were outside. You guys are playing softball, playing lacrosse over there. You might hear, I don't know, even like doing soccer, playing back to back.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jerry Matthews Court for tonight's second game of our doubleheader between Stockton University and Rowan University. The NCAA, the New Jersey Athletic Conference, and Stockton University promote good conduct by student athletes, coaches, staff, and spectators. Please cooperate with student participants and officials in a positive manner. Now, let's meet our starting lineups. First, for visitors on the scoreboard, the Rowan University props. 6'7" junior number 1, Andrew Seeger. 6'3" junior number 2, Marcellus Ross. 6'4" senior number 3, Connor Dickerson. 6'4" senior number 5, DeAndre Gilmore. And a 6'6" junior number 11, Javier Lowell. Across the court by Joe Griffin, assistant coaches Brian Thomas, Ernest Brennan, Garrett Price, Henry Mullins, and Marco Beverly. And now the starting lineup for the Stockton University Rays. 6'5" freshman from Illinois, number 20, T-Don David. 6'3" junior number 5, number 4, D.J. Campbell. 6'5" senior from Rowan, number 1, Jonathan Ozero. 6'2" senior from East Hampton, number 0, Keegan Dawkins. And a 6'2" senior from Marlboro, number 2, Kyle Sellers. The Ospreys coached by Scott Cooper, assistant coaches Bob Hutchings, Mark Beer, John Brown, and Jordan Taylor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again inside Jerry Matthews Court for the second half of this doubleheader between Stockton and Rowan. My name is Eric Bretz here alongside with you tonight. First half of this doubleheader, we saw Stockton women's basketball lose to Rowan moments ago, 61-53, handing Stockton their first loss of the season. They're now 4-1. The women's prof squad improved to 2-2. As for this matchup, Stockton comes in with a 3-0 record. They beat DeSales University 73-70 in overtime last Wednesday. DJ Campbell with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, with 3 steals and shooting 9 for 22 from the field. As for Rowan, they come in 1-2 after losing their first 2 games by 1 point. One of them off a 3-pointer with .02 seconds to go in the game, which they eventually, of course, lost. But they turned it around, beating Wesleyan University 80-55 on Saturday. Jazeer Knoll, the leading scorer for the Profs, with 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, while shooting 9 for 14 from the field. Andrew Seeger also added in a double-double with 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists, while shooting 5 for 10. We are just about set to go here. Rowan in the yellow, Stockton in the home grays. And to jump is going to be Jonathan Azoro and Andrew Seeger. This, of course, a rematch of last season's NJAC finals. Both these teams ranked number 1 and 2 respectively this season in the preseason poll. Quick 3 from Kion Flanders doesn't go. Nice rebound there from Jazeer Knoll. And Profs are quickly on the move. Here's Vilmar. Puts it up, and blocking foul going on the young Tavon Gaither. Gaither getting a start tonight, freshman out of Mount Laurel, New Jersey. He's had a nice start to the season so far. 3.7 points per game, 4 rebounds, and a few steals. Now here's Vilmar. DeAndre Vilmar, averaging 10 points per game. Missed the first one. Shooting 67% from the free throw line, and leads the team in rebounds and assists and steals per game, Gets the second one to go, and Rowan's up 1-0. Cadian Dawkins now bringing it up for the Ospreys. Dickerson was thinking of a double, elects to retreat. Now Dawkins finds Gaither on the three-point line. Gaither trying to take on Knoll. Good defense from Knoll. Now Dawkins, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rowan's sideline starting to get pretty noisy. Gets it inside to Zorro, and that's a score for the Ospreys. Now 2-1, Stockton takes the lead back. Vilmar with a tough play inside, no call. There was Andrew Seeger with the rebound. Now Seeger trying to get baseline, hits Knoll in the corner. Corner three, and that's good. Silences the crowd here. Jazir Knoll leading the team in points per game at 24, shooting 54% from the field goal range, and 42% from three. Very good numbers to start the season. And the reigning NJAC Player of the Week from last week, Jazir Knoll. He averaged 27 points and 7.5 rebounds a game, shooting 67%. He was a transfer from Lincoln University, a big pickup for Rowan, and Vilmar is going to get called with the moving screen. So DeAndre Vilmar is going to pick up his first foul here, team's first, and it's going to be Kion Flanders to take it out with some pressure from Rowan, and able to get it into Cadian Dawkins, who gets doubled, gets it up to Flanders. Flanders thought about it, took 2 pumps, now gets it in the paint, and that's going to be a foul. I believe that's going to go against Seeger. It's going to be his first. That should be a shooting foul, which it will be. So we will see Kion Flanders to the line for the first time tonight, shooting 33% on the season, third on the team in points per game with 12.7. One of the leaders from last year's Sweet 16 run for the Ospreys, as they return 9 players this season from that historic run. And last season, in the regular season, these two teams both put up 90 points per game in both contests during the regular season. And of course, fireworks for the NJAC final, which the Ospreys prevailed on. Vilmar with a very strong take to the hoop. Gets 2 to go there, and he's got 3 on the game now. Pick from Campbell. He's been quiet so far. Reigning NJAC Player of the Year is DJ Campbell. Azoro's 3 short. Rebounded by Cadian Dawkins. Now a real long 3 from Campbell, and that goes! DJ Campbell with 1 stroke gets this crowd on their feet. And now we got some life in Jerry Matthews' court. That was deep with a defender in his hip pocket. Knoll with a real strong move to the hoop, and Gaither is going to pick up his second, I believe. So that's definitely something to look at. Jazir Knoll now at the line, shooting 79% from the free throw stripe. Now we'll see the first sub of the game for the Ospreys. It's going to be number 10, Nick Pellegrini, sophomore out of Paulsboro, New Jersey, taking out Tavon Gaither. So Pellegrini, the first one off the bench for the Ospreys. Knotted up at 7, but only for a moment as Knoll makes it 8-7 Profs. This should be a real good game. The Ospreys have won the last 4 meetings between these two teams, but it has been a dogfight all 4 times. Ospreys hold the all-time lead against Rowan. It's 50-42 Stockton all-time. 7-3 in the last 10 matchups for them, dating back to 2017. Stockton, for a short while, from 2009 to 2016, went on a 16-game win streak against Rowan. Now both teams matched up quite evenly as Dickerson takes it from the corner, and a corner 3 is good. That's number 3, Connor Dickerson, the senior out of Marlton, New Jersey. getting on the board for his first points of the evening. Dawkins puts up the floater from the paint, and that one goes. Great work there by Cadian Dawkins. Now we'll see what Vilmar can do from the top of the key. Puts the moves on of Campbell, and he'll go to the stripe once again. Vilmar 1 for 2. So far, he had the first points of the game for either side when he went 1 for 2 from the stripe. Now he'll look to make it 3 for 4 on the game by going 2 for 2 here. Rowan up 11-9 now, 16:36 to go in the first half. Vilmar hits the first one. Now we'll see Martin Angelov coming in for Jonathan Ozoro. Angelov, interesting story, coming JUCO transfer out of Ranger College. It's in Texas. He's averaging 13 points per game. That's second on the team, shooting 63% and 44% from three-point line. So he's been a very nice addition and had a very nice start to the season. Pellegrini and Flanders looking for the two-man game. Flanders getting inside, the floater doesn't go. And Seeger with the rebound. Now it's Ross coming the other way. Marcellus Ross in some trouble, and that's going to be a no call, but it's going to stay with the profs. And so it's going to be DeAndre Vilmar, the senior out of Abaco, Bahamas. Coming from the Bahamas, that's interesting. Knoll gets his own rebound, puts up the second effort, doesn't go. Great rebound there from Nick Pellegrini. And now Dawkins, two guys in front of him, breaks it easily with the pass to Angelov. Angelov known for his three-point shooting. He's got one of the cleanest strokes I've seen. And now Flanders gets stripped by Marcellus Ross. Ross down the other end, puts it up. And a nice block there from Kion Flanders. Flanders coming down the other end. I think he'll settle it. And now here's Angelov. Angelov for three, and that's good. Smooth as silk, Martin Angelov gets his first points here in the Jerry Matthews court. And right, just like that, Marcellus Ross answers with a quick three of his own. Second on the team in points per game at 12.3. Shooting 22% from three-point. And Dawkins maybe trying to get a little too cute there. Turnover for the Ospreys as he was trying to feed that one into Nick Pellegrini. Now Kion Flanders will sit Milo De Los Santos. Going to check in for the first time. Senior out of Pennington, New Jersey. He's averaging 5.7 points per game. Shooting 33% from the field. Nice defense there from DJ Campbell on the much taller Andrew Seeger. Giving up 4 inches there. Seeger, the 6'7" forward. Now Knoll in the post against Pellegrini. Gets it to Vilmar, now to Ross. Ross for three, and that's good. Marcellus Ross now with 6 points on 2 made three-pointers. And Angelov brings it up, gets it to Dawkins. Now Dawkins with Dickerson covering him. Now switch off to Knoll. Angelov with Seeger guarding him. Rowan wanted to travel there. Under about 5 to go on the shot clock. Angelov again from 3, and he's good. 2 for 2. Marcellus Ross and Martin Angelov both trading threes in this past few minutes. Pellegrini hits the floor off the Knoll play, and Knoll gets that one on the low block. Gets that one to go. It is now 21-15. Rowan in the lead. Just under 14 minutes to go. Now low heat check from Angelov, and that one's just a little short. That would have got this place into a frenzy right there if that one could have dropped. Seeger, strong take to the basket, and it's going to be a timeout there from Scott Bittner, head coach of the Ospreys. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So this matchup last year in the NJAC semifinals was February 26, 2022. Ospreys won by a score of 95-91. Real high-scoring game, as I have mentioned past few times out for both squads. Dawkins for the Ospreys with 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, shooting 5 for 7 from three-point. DJ Campbell for the Ospreys, 18 points, 11 rebounds with a double-double for them, while shooting 5 for 8. As for the Profs, it was Damian Smith with 21 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 3 for 4 from three-point land. And it was also Andrew Seeger, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 steals, and shot 9 for 17 from field goal range. That's the recap of the NJAC final from last season. Of course, the Ospreys went on to win that one and advance all the way to the Sweet 16, where they eventually came up short, losing to number 4, Christopher Newport. Even though Rowan lost in the NJAC finals, however, last season that was not the end of their season. They went on to play in the the NCAA first round of the tournament. Ended up losing to Susquehanna, which is where their season eventually ended. Back here for redemption, as these two teams were number 1 and number 2 in the NJAC last season. Stockton ranked in the preseason poll number 1 in the NJAC, Rowan number 2. And it's going to be touch foul on Marcellus Ross, as now we will see big man Nick Dunzik, 6'7" senior out of Toms River, New Jersey, going to check in for Nick Pellegrini. And he'll draw the assignment of Andrew Seeger. Martin Angelov now with control of the ball. Ross guarding him. A real tight defense. Picked by Dunzik. He has him rolling. Elects to drive. Finds him backside. Good pass from Angelov. Dunzik getting his first points of the game. And now his first rebound off the miss. Angelov coming the other way. Here's Campbell. Campbell kicks it to the corner for Kion Flanders for 3, and that's just off the mark. Seeger with the rebound, and Dunzik gets the foul called against him. And now we'll get a few substitutions for Rowan and one from the Ospreys. So Zorro's going to check in for De Los Santos, and it's going to be Damian Smith, junior out of Marlton, New Jersey, to check in, as well as Stretch Hawkins, senior out of Newark, Delaware. Hawkins averaging 5.7 points per game. Smith 2.0. Both some productive minutes off the bench this season for them, as Ross has it at the top. Flanders guarding, gets a pick, and they're going to call that a moving screen on Stretch Hawkins. Hawkins 6'6", forward. So now it's going to be Angelov running point. Campbell's been quiet other than that three-pointer. He's 1 for 1 tonight with that 3. And it was quite far out, if you recall. Flanders drives to the hoop. That one doesn't go. Nice rebound there by Hawkins. Now going the other way, Muhammad Bickley also checked in moments ago, and Jonathan Azoro with a monstrous block from behind, and Jazir Knoll felt that one as he comes up with a nice smile on his face. But more importantly for the Ospreys, it's Nick Dunzik still on the ground, head down on the floor, and that's not what you'd like to see. Being tended to now from the staff, from the medical staff, I should say. But Jonathan Azoro coming in with a monster block right there. Dunzik pops up. Glad to see him get off the floor. That's Azoro's first block of the year, coming out of big time. Now it'll be Bickley, sophomore out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 5'10" guard, gonna take it out from under the Osprey basket. And we'll see what they have drawn up here. Gets it into Knoll. Knoll working on Zorro. Zorro with some great defense. Knoll gets his own rebound, puts it up, and it's going to be a foul. Jonathan Zorro going to draw his first are going to... It's going to be... And now this is one of the guys that most Osprey fans have been wanting to see. He's about to check in. Number 34, Charles Sapp, 6'9" junior out of Pennsville, New Jersey. As Noel hits the first of two, he'll take out a Zorro. Transfer from Hagerstown, and he's bounced around quite a little bit in his collegiate career. But the Ospreys really hope for him to be a real nice defensive presence and, of course, rebounder. As Noel hits the second, so he goes 1 for 2 from the line there. And it'll be Josh Wright, sophomore out of Whitesboro, New Jersey, checking in for Marcellus Ross. Now Angelov bring it up for the Ospreys, getting it to Flanders. Angelov, now to Campbell. Campbell was thinking deep, now sets up for a three, and that one's just short. Rebounded by Jazir Noel. Noel trips, and I don't think Sapp's arguing it, so maybe the feet got tangled, but I don't think that was intentional by any means. I thought originally Noel might have fallen on his own. Now that is Stockton's 6th foul of the half. Charles Sapp's first. Stockton looks to be in a zone defense now. That was Wright giving it up to Bickley. That's it inside to Noel. Noel with the jumper. No good. Flanders with the rebound. Ospreys coming the other way now. Jamar Johnson getting set to check in for the Ospreys. Floater going from Campbell. No good, and it's going to go off of, I believe that's Stretch Hawkins' foot. So now Jamar Johnson's going to come in for Martin Angelov. Angelov with some nice run there. Jamar Johnson, coming off the bench this year, has been very productive. He's 3rd on the team in steals per game with 1.3. Real quick guard. Campbell thought about it. Real nice defense jumping around, the profs are. Now here's Campbell. Working on Damian Smith. Gets a pick from Sapp. Campbell kicks it out to Flanders for 3. And that's true! Kion Flanders gets that one to go. And he's now 1 for 3 from three-point land. And he's got 5 on the game. Josh Wright from deep. That one's no good. Rebounded by Damian Smith. Smith kicks it to the other side for Ahmed Bickley. Bickley's jumper goes, and he had Jamar Johnson in his hip pocket. Did not matter. Bickley with a nice stroke right there. We see Andrew Seeger getting ready to check back in for Rowan. Now Sapp looking to work in the post against Hawkins. Dawkins looks to take it himself. Kicks it out to Flanders. Flanders with the floater and one! Kion Flanders with an acrobatic play to get the and one call, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. What a play from Kion Flanders. And he gets a little respect there from Josh Wright of Rowan. A little respect there. It's now 27-22. Rowan on top with 10:41 as Flanders missed the free throw. That'll be Bickley. Gets it to Wright. Now into Seeger. Back to Bickley. Bickley sets up for 3, and that one's short. It's going to go off of Damian Smith. They're saying it's going to be Osprey ball. Now we'll see some pressure once again from Rowan. Be interesting to see if Rowan stays in their zone or not. Johnson in some trouble now. Finds Dawkins in the middle. Kicks it out to Flanders for 3. And that one is off, but there's going to be a foul. It's going to stay here. It's either going to be on Wright or Hawkins. They're going to give it to Hawkins. It's going to be his second. And they're going to call that a hold on Stretch Hawkins. 5-point lead for Rowan. And now I believe they're going to get Hawkins out. Coming in for him is Mike Davey, sophomore out of Chichester, Pennsylvania. Big boy. And he's going to be working against Sapp. Sapp's going to have his hands full, as is Davey. This is going to be a real interesting matchup. Davey 6'10", Sapp 6'9". DJ Campbell from deep. And this kid puts on a show every time he steps on the floor. He is truly magnificent. Josh Wright from 3 now, and the lefty's off. Campbell brings down the rebound, gets tripped up, and they're going to get a foul against Damian Smith. That's going to be his first. And this is now a 2-point game, 27-25. They're going to put in Nick Pellegrini once again, but there's actually going to be a timeout called by Rowan first. I believe it's going to be a 30-second one. And it will be a fall timeout, in fact. So it's Kion Flanders leading the way with 7 points for the Ospreys, and Jazir Noel leading the way for Rowan with 9 points. We will be right back after this short timeout break. Hello everyone and welcome back inside Jerry Matthews Court here on the campus of Stockton University. Rowan holds a 2-point lead. It is 27-25, still the first half, 9:40 to go. And it's going to be DJ Campbell at the line. Rowan with 17 fouls now, Stockton with 6. DJ Campbell, reigning NJAC Player of the Year from last season, was absolutely magnificent and gets the first half of the 1-1. Campbell, first on the team in points per game at 20. Second on the team in rebounds per game. Second on the team in assists per game. First on the team in steals per game. Second on the team in blocks per game. So he is just an all-out weapon for Stockton. Gets one of 2 free throws there to cut it to a 1-point lead now. Bickley looking around, finds Seeger in the middle. Seeger kicks it out to Wright. Wright drives in. Contested shot, and Josh Wright. Nice play right there. Jamar Johnson coming back down quickly the other way. Dawkins gets inside. Tried to lay it up with the left hand, unable to. Nice rebound pulled down by Mike Davey right there. And Josh Wright, quick 4 points for him coming out of the timeout. And it's now DJ Campbell. Damian Smith guarding him tightly. Not an inch to breathe. And they're going to call a foul on Damian Smith. Connor Dickerson's going to check back in, as is Angelov. Rowan up 31-26 now. A little under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Campbell at the line. And gets that one to go. First half of the 1-1. Now we see Jonathan Azoros getting set to check back in. And Campbell gets both to go. Azoros now going to check back in for DJ Campbell, who will sit for the first time tonight. Campbell going to the bench with 9 points. He's 2 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. Now here's Bickley. Floater, dangerous pass to right, able to be held. Gets it inside to Seeger, strong take, and Andrew Seeger with a nice play right there. Getting his 4th points of the game. Osprey's looking to answer now. 5-point lead for Rowan. Dawkins back to Zorro in the corner. Zorro takes the shot a little long. And Josh Wright comes down with the board. Intercepted by Flanders. And they're going to get Bickley for the reach-in. He doesn't agree with that, of course. And it's going to be a short stint on the bench for DJ Campbell, as now he'll check in for Nick Pellegrini. It's going to be Bickley's first. Now Dawkins. Still a 5-point game, approaching 8 minutes left to play in the first half. Dawkins with a little bump in the middle, gets it to Angelov. Now back out to DJ Campbell, excuse me. Campbell, strong drive inside, doesn't go, and that one's going to go off of Zorro. Nice defense. And DeAndre Vilmar is going to check back in. Ahmed Bickley's going to sit, and Vilmar will throw in. Vilmar going to take it up, gives it up to Wright. Now a zone defense being played by Stockton. Seeger's getting asked to shoot that basically, and that one goes off. Strong rebound by Dickerson. Ball still getting tapped around off the second rebound. That one went to Vilmar. Now Josh Wright goes from 3, no. And Mike Davey finally finished that point off. As we mentioned, 6'10". Real hard to contain him. Now Angelov getting in the middle. Nice pass to Azoro, and Azoro is going to get fouled as he was trying to dunk that for the N1 and was holding on to the rim. It could have been a little more violent of a fall if he hadn't held on to the rim. So Azoro is going to go to the line. First trip to the line for him tonight. Shooting 100% from the free throw line, 2 for 2 thus far this season. And makes it 3 for 3. Charles Sapp going to check back in. Kion Flanders is going to sit. So you will assume that Sapp's going to draw the assignment of Mike Davey. Interesting to see who Azaro picks up, whether it's Seeger or Vilmar. Actually, it's going to be a zone from the Ospreys, and Sapp's going to be called for the foul on the reach-in. It's going to be his second foul, and now Dunzak's going to come back in for Sapp. So Sapp gets a foul called on him and immediately takes a seat. Dunzak going to check back in. Dunzak only with a foul. He's only played a minute. He's got 2 points, and he's 1 for 1. This is Mike Davey. Hasn't recorded a point until this game. He had only played 3 minutes up until tonight. He's making the most out of his chances. And that's his 4th point of the night. Nice work by Mike Davey. Also got 2 rebounds to go along with it. Now Duncic in some trouble, able to get it off to Angelov. Angelov defended by Wright. Hard screen from Campbell. Angelov with the floater, and Seeger tipped it up to himself, and they're going to get a foul. It's going to be on Duncic, I believe, and now it's going to be Seeger to shoot. So Andrew Seeger is going to shoot foul shots now. 33% free throw shooter on the year. It's going to be his first trip to the line. He's got 4 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist thus far. Shooting 2 for 3 from the field. And now 1 for 1 from the stripe. Rowan up 38-30, holding an 8-point lead, just under 7 minutes to go in this first half. Been a very tightly contested game as Seeger misses the back end. of the 1-and-1. Dawkins now for the Ospreys. Dawkins penetrating inside. Trying to find a little opening. Finds Campbell. Campbell rises up for three with a guy in his face. Angelov comes down with the offensive rebound. Campbell once again. That's going to be a foul and one! DJ Campbell can't be stopped right now. Campbell, what a bright spot for this Stockton offense. He's now got 13. Only player in double digits for either side. Shooting 3 for 5 from the 3-point line. Just a real nice start to this game for DJ Campbell. And gets the free throw and completes the 4-point play. So now only a 4-point lead just like that. Went from 8 to 4 in one play by DJ Campbell. Now Ospreys go back to the zone look. Dickerson finds Knoll. Knoll with the long three. And that one's off the back iron. Rebounded, big rebound by Jonathan Azoro. And it's bobbled, I should say, by Dawkins, put in by Knoll. And those are two easy points from Jazeer Knoll that Ospreys just don't want to give up. Campbell again from deep. That might have been a heat check, but Bickley coming the other way. Ross with the three, and that one's off. A little short, and it's going to be Seeger with the over the back on Azoro. So it's going to be free throws for Jonathan Azoro now as Rowan's over the limit. And it looks like we'll see number 25, Ryan Ems, the 6'7" junior center out of Voorhees, New Jersey, as he's set to check in from the box, as well as Kion Flanders once again. Ems is kind of like a guy like Mike Davey. Hasn't gotten much time up until tonight. This is his first action tonight, but he's only played 2 minutes the whole season. And his only stat is 1 rebound. So now he'll go in, and Zuro looks to make the second one and comes up short. Mad at himself for that one. Jazeer Knoll sends it up quickly to Ross. Ross gives it up to Bickley. Bickley steps in. Lob pass for Ems, and Ems, real nice play with a defender all over him. Now Dawkins gives it up to Pellegrini in the corner. Pellegrini driving in, loses his footing and also loses the ball. Knoll coming back the other way, gives it up to Bickley. Bickley back to Knoll. And they're going to call an offensive charge as it was Kion Flanders drawing that one. He is no stranger to giving up the body for the defensive effort. We saw in their scrimmage against, it was an FDU Florham. He had about 5 drawn charges. So he is a real good defensive player for them. Real all-around talent. Milo De Los Santos checking back in for the Ospreys. Nick Pellegrini will sit. Now Dawkins for 3. That one's short. And De Los Santos was going to go and make the diving effort, but I believe it was already out of bounds. So now Bickley will bring it up. He's got 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting so far. 0 for 1 from 3. Ross now in the corner trying to get baseline. Throws up a little jumper, and that'll go off of Zoro as he couldn't corral that one just quite tightly enough. And it'll be Ahmad Bickley. Gets it into Jazeer Knoll. Jazeer Knoll falls to the ground, and that's going to hit off Knoll. It's going to be Osprey ball. He's looking for a foul on Flanders. He's not going to get it. (42-35) now. Rowan still holding on to that lead. Stockton's only led once. Gets it to Flanders. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Flanders with a strong take, no call, and Azuro's going to get the over the back foul. Yeah, that was a little too obvious right there. Now Ems is going to go to the line. Or excuse me, no, he's going to get subbed out. It's going to be Connor Dickerson as Azuro's going to sit. And it's going to be Nick Dunsack checking back in. It's Azuro's second. Now Connor Dickerson, first trip to the line tonight, gets the first one to go. It's his 4th point. 1 for 2 from the field. And the second one's also good. 44-35 now. Sketchy pass into Flanders. Flanders will set up for a 3. That one a little long. Jazeer Knoll coming away with the rebound there. Now hits Bickley. Bickley for 3, and that one is off. But who's there? The NJAC Player of the Week, Jazeer Knoll. That's going to be a jump ball. And that is going to stay here with Rowan. And Ahmad Bickley now going to take it from out of bounds. Little floater into Knoll. Campbell covering him tightly. Osprey's back to the man-to-man defense, and Knoll gets that jumper to go. He's got 13 points on the night, 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 8 rebounds, and 4 for 4 from the stripe. Milo De Los Santos gets that one just a little long, and they're going to say that's off Dunsick. So now we will see Jamar Johnson check in, as well as number 23, Rynell Lawrence, junior out of Millville, New Jersey, getting his first action of the season here on Stockton's home court. He was a real nice player for them last year. Now here's Dickerson, strong drive. Got bumped for sure, no call. Now here's Ross, sending it back into Dickerson. Now to Knoll. Knoll for 3. And that one died at the rim. Hit the back iron, but they say it's going to stay here off Rynell Lawrence. Now Flanders is going to come in for Milo De Los Santos. Connor Dickerson now working on Lawrence. Tip pass from Flanders. Good defense. Keeping the hands in the passing lane from Kion Flanders. As I mentioned, he's a real good defensive player for Stockton. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 3:26 to go in the half. 46-35 is the lead Rowan holds. And that's going to be another charge, I believe. And look who it is once again. Kion Flanders, that's his second drawn charge already tonight. He's just really good at moving his feet, getting his body in the right position. And, I mean, you hate to say it sometimes, but you do have to sell it. You don't like to call it a flop, but you definitely got to sell it a little bit sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Damian Smith will sit. Or, excuse me, Damian Smith will come in. Shot off. Lawrence was trying to get the tip in. And Ryan Ems with the tough rebound over Jamar Johnson. .306 to go. 11-point game. DJ Campbell to inbound under Rowan's basket. And that's going to be foul on Ahmed Bickley, and I believe they're going to get Kion Flanders possibly for a technical. Not exactly sure. They blew the whistle quite fast. And we'll see what they come up with here. He's still going to be shooting, but I'm not entirely sure what they called there, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so it's going to be a technical foul. So Flanders is still going to shoot, but a technical was assessed, I guess, a little talking after the whistle. So Bickley will pick up his second foul, and it'll be Flanders at the line with no pressure on him. Josh Wright set to check in for Rowan. Nick Pellegrini set to check in for Stockton. First one goes for Flanders. 10-point game now. Flanders' 7th point of the game. Two for 9 from the field. And gets the second to go. And I believe we'll have free throws at the other end for the technical as well. It's going to be Jazeer Noel to shoot them for Rowan. It's 4 for 4 from the stripe already tonight. And they're still figuring stuff out over here. I'm not too sure what the confusion is. 9-point game now after the 2 made free throws from Flanders. Noel will try and make it 10. He's short on that one. So now we'll see what he could do on the second one. And he misses both. And a real loud cheer from this crowd as they know exactly who they got to stop. And him missing 2 free throws after going 4 for 4 to start the game, that's big. He leads the Profs in points right now at 13 with 8 boards as well and 1 steal. But he is now 4 for 6 from the line, the free throw line. And another stoppage. Three minutes exactly left in the first half. Rowan has held the lead for basically the entire time, and a touch foul on Rhinell Lawrence. Head coach Scott Bittner not happy with that, as Lawrence will come out now. And I'm not a head coach, of course, but if I'm head coach Scott Bittner, I'd be saying just you got to move your feet. You can't put the refs in a position to call a foul on you right there. Martin Angelov will be set to check back in. I believe he'll take Rhinell Lawrence's spot as Connor Dickerson gets the first one to go. And that's exactly what will happen. Angelov will come in for Lawrence. And now we'll see Dickerson once again setting up for his second free throw. And he gets both. He is now 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Dunzik now. Here's Jamar Johnson. Dunzik from deep. Good! Nick Dunzik from 3 and gets his 5th point of the game. Now 2 for 3 from the field, and a foul is going to be called. It's going to go on Jamar Johnson. So we've still yet to see Tavon Gaither come off the bench since starting the game, and that's kind of interesting. I'd like to see a lot more playing time from that freshman. We'll see what comes of it. As Wright hits the first one. But even in the scrimmage that we did against FDU Florham, he was a real bright spot for them. Thought he'd be in the game a little more today. Of course, still a young season and a young career for Tavon Gaither here at Stockton. Campbell comes down with the rebound but loses it. Now Dawkins gets it right back, has Campbell. Campbell's got Flanders in the corner, elects to take it himself. The Euro doesn't go. And Damian Smith comes down with the rebound. Josh Wright surveying. Gives it back to Smith. Now Smith driving in. Little baby jumper. Doesn't go off the back iron. And Dunzak comes down with the rebound. Osprey's quickly down the floor. Dunzak going to set up again. And that one just short. Angelov was trying to contest the rebound without fouling, but nice little tip drill right there from Josh Wright to Knoll. Now Jazeer Knoll doubled. Finds Dickerson. Dickerson driving in on Cadian Dawkins. Real nice spin move from Dickerson. He's wondering how he didn't get the foul call. Now Knoll drives, no foul. Dawkins with the rebound. He's got Flanders and Campbell. And he misses the finger roll. And the Ospreys will elect to slow it down. We're a minute 20 to go in the first half now. Still a 9-point lead for Rowan. Flanders loses control of that one. Jazeer Knoll with it. He trips, and I believe Angelov's going to get the foul on that one. So Jazeer Knoll is going to go to the line for his 7th and 8th free throw attempts of this first half. And a timeout is going to be taken by Joe Crispin, head coach for Rowan. It's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. So Rowan with a 9-point lead. They're being led by Jazeer Knoll, the reigning NJAC Player of the Week, as I had mentioned. He's got 13 points on 4 of 13 shooting, 1 for 3 from three-point land, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. So he's got 9 rebounds, so he's already almost had a double-double. As for the Ospreys, it's DJ Campbell who's been lights out right now from 3, shooting 50% tonight from 3. 3 for 6. He's got 13 points, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and 3 rebounds while adding an assist and a steal. But if you have watched this first half, DJ Campbell has been sending them deep from 3. I mean, they're not even near the three-point line, and he's just cashing them in. Defenders right in his face. Doesn't matter. DJ Campbell's had a nice start to his home opener this season. So Jazeer Knoll is going to be at the line, shooting another 2. Gets the first one to go. So he missed the 2 free throws on the technical free throw shooting last time he was at the line. Gets the first one here. Now looking to go 2 for 2 on this trip. And does. Sent into Dawkins. Cadian Dawkins working on Josh Wright. Backing right down, finds Dunzak top center, takes a shot, and that one's off, but Angelov comes up with a rebound, but they're going to get Connor Dickerson with the foul. So Angelov is going to be at the line. Dickerson's first. Dickerson's been very assertive. I like the aggressiveness he's been playing with. We'll see Nick Pellegrini and Jamar Johnson coming off the bench now for the Ospreys as Angelov misses the first one. Angelov was 100% from the line on the season before that. And he gets his second free throw of the game to go. So Johnson will come in for Angelov, and it was Pellegrini in for Dunzak. Under a minute to go now. Connor Dickerson taking it up for Rowan. They hold a 10-point lead against the reigning NJAC champions. And a steal by DJ Campbell. Dickerson defending. Campbell puts that one up and goes. Nice work getting in the passing lanes by DJ Campbell, and now Stretch Hawkins back in the game for Rowan. And Damian Smith will hold it with 30 seconds on the game clock, under 20 to go in the shot clock. So they won't be able to hold for the last shot, but they'll be able to hold enough that the Ospreys will have probably less than 10 seconds to work with if they do in fact miss. Under 15 to go now. Connor Dickerson gonna pull from 3. And that's off. Stretch Hawkins with the offensive rebound. Back to Dickerson. Dickerson, nice move inside, finds Noel, and Jazir Noel with a great play. Gets it to Flanders. Flanders last second shot, and that's off the back iron. So at the end of the first half, Rowan with a 10-point lead. It's 53-43. Jazir Noel leading all scorers with 17 points. And for the Ospreys, it's DJ Campbell leading with 15 as we head into the halftime break. Quick 15-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half action in this 10-point NJAC final matchup from a season ago. And please stay with us through this halftime break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back inside the second half of this NJAC rivalry between the Stockton Ospreys and the Rowan Profs. Rowan got off to a 53-43 lead in the first half, scoring led by Jazeer Knoll with 17 points, 5 for 14 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 6 for 8 from the free throw line, and 9 boards. As for the Ospreys, it's DJ Campbell leading the way with 15 points, 4 of 11 shooting, 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds and an assist. We are just about set for the second half of this one. Should be a good one. As I mentioned, the two meetings in the regular season last year for both of these teams, both squads topped over 90 points. So every time these two get out here, it is fireworks. These two teams, excuse me. Starters for both sides are back out. Ospreys come out in the zone. Connor Dickerson, quick work, and it's going to be a foul. Or excuse me, I think it was a kickball. I was going to say I didn't think I saw a foul. Vilmar gets it into Knoll. Knoll bodying Tavon Gaither to get his 19th point of the game. Now here's DJ Campbell. He's been pretty good from the three-point line. He hit an and 1-3 earlier in the corner, and he's shot a few from real far outside. Now here's the Ospreys looking to answer back. Flanders in some trouble, finds Dawkins. Dawkins gets in the middle and loses control of it. Now Seeger gets it to Ross. Ross for 3. And that goes Marcellus Ross. They're going to say that's a long 2. And as Ross hears that over the PA announcement, shakes his head a little bit. There's going to be an early timeout from the Ospreys here. 57-43, 19:01 to go in the game. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So a little breakdown for both rosters, as I checked. The Ospreys are definitely more evenly spread out as far as age goes on their roster. They got 4 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 4 juniors, and 5 seniors. As for Rowan, it's 1 freshman, 5 sophomores, 7 juniors, and 3 seniors. So they're definitely a little older. Playing with a little more experience is Rowan, but of course, returning 9 players from the Sweet 16 run last season, Ospreys have plenty of experience under their belt as well. It's going to be Tavon Gaither, who started the game, but didn't see any action after he was taken out. He's got 2 fouls. Now here's Dawkins. Gaither was looking for post up on Vilmar, didn't get it. Now Dawkins, nice play on Ross, gets inside, floater. That goes. Nice work by Cadian Dawkins. Gets his 4th point of the game. Jazeer Knoll from corner 3, and that'll go. He's over 20 points now at 22. Jazeer Knoll lighting up the scoring. Only Prof in double digits. Only Osprey in double digits is DJ Campbell. He's having a good night himself. So he gets a switch on Dickerson now. Now he'll look to go to work. Step back 3 from DJ Campbell is good. And his night continues to be real nice. Dickerson looking to drive, kicks it for Marcellus Ross. Now working on a real good defender, kind of Flanders. Now gives it up to Vilmar. Campbell defending. Vilmar, strong take. That's off. And it's going to be a foul going against Vilmar. DeAndre Vilmar a little too aggressive going for that bound. He got Dawkins as Dawkins fell to the ground. I believe that's where they called the foul. So it's going to be Vilmar's first foul of the second half for Rowan. It's Vilmar's second foul, excuse me. Now Gaither gets inside. Puts up the little jumper. Doesn't go. And Azoro couldn't get his hands on it, but they're going to call him Marcellus Ross for the over the back, I believe. So it's going to be a side out underneath for Stockton. Gets it up to Dawkins. Now Flanders in rhythm. Takes a shot. That's a little long. Azuro gets the bound. Can't get it to go. Gets his own bound and puts that one up. So Azuro credited for 2 rebounds there. Maybe just trying to pad the stats a little bit. Can't blame him. It's never a bad thing. That's Ross from deep. Marcellus Ross. He's having himself a real nice night. He's now got 11. Only other player in double digits besides Noel. Campbell puts up a jumper, no good. Connor Dickerson, tough rebound there. Andrew Seeger. Back to Dickerson. Dickerson pulls up for the jumper, and that's good. (65-50), 15-point lead for Rowan. This is not where the Ospreys want to be, but still a whole lot of time. Over 16 minutes to go. It's going to be Rhino Lawrence set to check back in at the scorer's table. Effective next dead ball. Campbell in some trouble, throws it up. Azuro got a hand on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And now Rhino Lawrence is going to check in for Tavon Gaither. So we'll be interested to see if Gaither goes back in or not. He's definitely curious as to why he's getting pulled. But he's obviously a real competitor. You love seeing that. Love seeing players get mad when they're getting taken out because they think, they want to stay out there. And another great block by Azuro. That's his second of the game. DJ Campbell taking it all the way and just misses. Azuro on the foul. Can't get it to go. Marcellus Ross going the other way now. Bounce pass to Seeger and one. Andrew Seeger with Rhino Lawrence. The player getting fouled on that. Doing the fouling, excuse me. Lawrence gets his second. Martin Angelov going to check in. And he'll take out Campbell. But if it's anything like the first time Campbell went out, it's going to be a quick sit for DJ Campbell. The Ospreys really can't afford to have him sitting on the bench down 17. Possibly going to be 18 if Seeger hits this one. Misses it, stays at 17. Now Dawkins on the move. Finds Azuro up top. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence lost the handle momentarily. Kicks it out to Angelov for 3, and that's good. Martin Angelov has been absolutely electric from 3-point land. He's now 3 for 4 for the game. And they're going to get a carry on DeAndre Vilmar. You don't see that a lot. If you watch a basketball game, there's a carry almost every single possession. But you can't obviously call it every time. I guess they saw enough there to call it. Angelov and the Ospreys moving the ball around nicely. Now Angelov will go to work. Gives it to Dawkins. Dawkins will set up a 3 in the zone, and that goes. Cadian Dawkins gets that one to drop, and he is now 1 for 2 from 3-point land. Got 7 on the night, and that one's thrown away. Here's Kion Flanders all alone, and he'll get that one to go. Kion Flanders with another bucket. He's in double digits with 11, and it's a timeout by Rowan as the Ospreys cut this down to single digits. It's now a 9-point game. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so everybody's going to stay standing. What a turnaround right there. Off the turnover, Kion Flanders. Nice play to finish it at the basket. So, coming out of this timeout, it's going to be Rowan ball. And we'll see what kind of pressure the Ospreys put on. It looks like they're going to press of some sort. They do have Seeger all the way back by their own basket. Got to make sure he doesn't get the home run ball as now Azuro comes and checks him up. Jazir Knoll Not getting anything free past half court and able to get the bounce pass to Marcellus Ross, who's played really nice tonight. Ross is 3 for 4 from three-point land, and foul going to be on the floor. I believe that might be going. That's going to go against the Zorro. So that's his third. Might look for substitution now for Zorro as they're going to get in Nick Dunsick. As he comes to check in at the table. So Dunzak's going to come in now. He's got 5 points on the night, 2 for 5 shooting, 1 for 3 from three-point land, and 2 rebounds. But he is playing with 2 personal fouls as well. Knoll turns around, and what a play by Jazir Knoll. And one of the things you love about his jumper is even when he's moving, his body isn't not squared up at the basket, which is, if you're shooting the ball, you want to be squared up at the basket, of course, which is exactly what he did on that turnaround jumper. Real impressive from Jazir Knoll tonight. Now with 24 points, 8 for 17 shooting, 2 for 4 from three-point. 69-58. Rowan holding the lead. Much like we saw in the women's game previously, Rowan was holding on to the lead and the Ospreys would get close, but Rowan would keep the distance. Rowan's women's team beat Stockton earlier tonight. Score 61-53. Rowan trying to go 2 for 2. As Angelov hits another one. He's 4 for 5 from three-point land. And Martin Angelov doing exactly what he came here to do. He came here to be that shooter, that J.J. Redick type of guy for the Stockton Ospreys, and he has delivered, especially in this home opener. 4 for 5. I mean, that is not easy. I don't care who you are. Another 3 from Flanders. That doesn't go. Damian Smith set to check in. Vilmar with a tough take baseline, and it was Flanders trying to draw his third charge, but they got him for a block there. 8-point game, 69-61, and you could just feel this tension getting a little higher. Flanders' second foul. Damian Smith for the Profs will check in shortly. But you can start to feel the tension getting higher in this arena. A real packed house here tonight. I really not sure about the official number, but there's definitely people standing around here. Nine-point game now, with DeAndre Vilmar making the first and the second. Vilmar is going to sit. Damian Smith going to check in. And it's going to be DJ Campbell to inbound. Here's Angelo. Gets it to Campbell. Campbell is going to pull. And another one from DJ Campbell, as he's now 5 for 8 from three-point land. He is having himself quite a shooting night. Here's Seeger from deep. Andrew Seeger answers right back. He's now got 10. He's in double digits. He's 1 for 2 from the three-point land. Dunsick going to go bully ball down low, and Seeger's not having any of it. He's going to say a little something to Dunsick after. Now it'll be Connor Dickerson out. Ahmad Bickerly checking back in. Bickerly has had a nice game. Or excuse me, Bickley. DJ Campbell inbounding it. Finds Kion Flanders. Now Dunsick. Dunsick can stretch the floor. Puts a little floater up. Doesn't go. And they're going to get... I'm not sure who they're going to get for the foul there. It might be Jazir Knoll. Yeah. Oh, nope. That's going to be Andrew Seeger's fourth. That was on the rebound attempt. So now Mike Davey, sophomore out of Chichester, Pennsylvania, set to check in. and is now back in working on Nick Dunsick. 6'10", as I mentioned earlier. He is quite a force down low. Now Cadian Dawkins. Sizing up Jazir Noel. Hits Martin Angelov. Angelov goes baseline, little jumper, and that's good. Angelov, he is a crowd favorite already, I can tell. I mean, how could you not love him? First game here, Jerry Matthews Court, and he is lighting it up. DJ Campbell with the rebound. Now sends it over to Dawkins. Dawkins finds Dunsick. Dunsick will put in the easy layup. Now 74-point game. Or excuse me, 74-68. Bickley gets it to Noel. Now Noel trying to get the fancy pass, doesn't go. It gets kicked around a little bit. Now here's Ross. Damian Smith rises up for three. That doesn't go. Dunsick with a nice play on the ball, and he gets it over the back call to go against Mike Davey. Davey's second, and a timeout called by Rowan. 74-68. That's Rowan's fourth of the half. 12:09 to go. It's going to be a 30-second. Or excuse me, it will be a full. And I mentioned Martin Angelov. Angelov coming off the bench tonight with 15 points. He's 5 for 8 from the field, 4 for 6 from three-point land. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, but my God, he has been real crucial to the comeback the Ospreys have been putting together. He is along with 2 other Ospreys in double digits. Obviously, DJ Campbell, 21. He's 5 for 8 from 3. And he's been lighting it up downtown. And when I mean downtown, I mean downtown. He is extending he's a range extender, I should say. And it's also Kion Flanders, 11 points in double digits for the Ospreys. Nice work here from the Stockton cheerleaders in that timeout. 12:09 to go in the game. 6-point game. Only 2 people really in foul trouble for either team. Well, excuse me, 3. It's DeAndre Vilmar with 3 for Rowan. And, of course, Andrew Seeger now with 4. 1 more and he will foul out. But for the Ospreys, it's Kion Flanders with 3. That's the most of anyone for the Ospreys. So they've been doing pretty well, or pretty nice foul-wise. Not getting any, like, tic-tac, garbage fouls. And so the Ospreys will bring it up now. Dawkins trying to swing it to Campbell. Tight defense from Damian Smith. Now he gets it to Angelov. Little motion offense from the Ospreys here. Now Dawkins will look to drive in. Kicks it out to Flanders. Flanders with the pump fake, and I believe it's going to be on the floor. If he rose up for a shot, that would have been at least 3 free throws if he didn't make the three-pointer. But they're going to say it was on the floor, and Jazir Noel is going to come out now. Josh Wright checking in for him. Wright's got 5 points, 2 for 5 from the field. Now Angelov turning the corner. Really nice job turning the corner from Angelov. Couldn't get the floater to go. Foul called on Dunsick. And I believe that was Mike Davey giving him some trouble down low. Tavon Gaither set to check back in along with Jamar Johnson now for the Ospreys. Dunsick will come out. Gaither in. Johnson will come in. And Dawkins will sit. Now here's Bickley. Smith gets it to Wright. Johnson with some tight defense. Bickley, pulls up from free throw line and gets that one to go. That's a tough shot from Ahmad Bickley. 4th point of the night. Very tight defense being played on DJ Campbell. They don't want him to touch the ball offensively. And Flanders will draw the foul on the way to the free throw line, and he will shoot 2. It's now going to be his 6th and 7th free throw attempts of the night. He's 4 for 5 up until this point. 11:07 to go in the game. 76-68. Rowan taking the lead right now. See what the Ospreys can do to get back into it. Flanders trying to help out with his free throws here. Gets the first of 2. And something a little alarming for the Ospreys. Cadian Dawkins looks to be getting some part of his hand or arm checked out by the training staff, his right hand or arm, as Flanders hits the second. So it's now 76-70, but of course if Dawkins can't come in, it's not the end of the world for the Ospreys, but that's definitely a big hit. He's obviously the starting point guard, and he seems to be making his way back to the bench now. Foul called on Gaither. It's going to be Stockton's 5th foul of the half with 10:50 to go still. Bickley will inbound under the Osprey basket, and he's got the big man Davey. His hands right up, and now maybe a little conversation between Gaither and the official on how exactly you want to defend that. Of course, the freshman Gaither is not going to back down from the sophomore Davey. Off the inbounds, right misses. Davey gets 2 rebounds. Second attempt for him goes. Now it gets to Gaither. Gaither might try to put some moves on in the open court. Is able to, but then falls. They're going to get the travel on Tavon Gaither. He's had a tough night. No points thus far on 0 for 1 from the field. He's got 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 7 minutes played. As he's going to check out now, and Jonathan Azoro is going to come back in. So that's Gaither's 3rd foul. Right. Maybe got off with a little push there. Got away with a little push there. Working against Johnson. Right with a strong take. Doesn't go. Davey, second attempt, and 1 for Mike Davey. And no surprise, head coach Scott Bittner is going to put in the 6'9" transfer from Hagerstown, Maryland, Charles Sapp now. And if they're going to stay in the man-to-man defense, no doubt Sapp's going to draw the assignment of Mike Davey, as he should. 10-point game, Rowan up 80-70. This is the reverse of what we saw last season. The Ospreys won all 3 matchups, including the NJAC final, as Davey gets that one to go. Now Johnson finds Flanders. Campbell from deep gets it to go, and DJ Campbell from Steph Curry range, and I'm not even joking. You got to be here and see it to really appreciate and believe it. There's not enough you could say about DJ Campbell. He's really, really talented of a basketball player. Ross with a tough shot, doesn't find the rim. Second attempt from the corner, a little short. Davey with the rebound over Sapp. Now Davey with some strong effort inside, doesn't go. Jamar Johnson with the rebound, and Sapp and Davey collide, and it's going to be Davey who picks up the foul. It's going to be his 3rd. And now Dawkins able to check back in for the Ospreys. Angelov going to sit. Davey thought he might be coming out for Ryan Ems for a second, but I think they're going to keep Davey in. And Sapp at the line now. This is his first free throw attempt of the year. As I mentioned, he had only played 3 minutes and had only recorded 1 block before this game. And gets the first one to go. Charles Sapp, nice work. Getting the 1 and 1. It'll be Jazeer Knoll coming back in. He had a little bit of a break right there. No foul trouble for him. Probably just got his legs back under him. He had played every minute, I believe, up until being subbed out. Sapp misses the second of the two. So it is now a 7-point game, 81-74. Knoll in the post, draws a double. Prof's moving around nicely. Bickley gets the three-pointer off, didn't go, and Sapp's going to get charged for the foul. He's having a little discussion with the official. I'm telling you, Mike Davey is a handful inside. And not only is Mike Davey tall, he's definitely built. Definitely can move some guys around in the middle. Sapp will come out. Dunsek back in for him. It's going to be a 1-and-1 here. Both teams with 7 team fouls. And Davey with 9 points now off the bench. Misses the first half of the 1-and-1. Dawkins comes down with the rebound. 9:15 to go in the game. Stockton trying to come back. Here's Dunsek off the back iron, long rebound by Martin Angelov. Now here's Campbell with Jazir Knoll covering him, and that's definitely offensive. Yeah, he gave a whole shove to Jazir Knoll, and he might have sold it a little bit as he comes up with a little wink and a smile. He might have sold it a little bit, but I think that was a good call there by the referees. Sapp coming back in for Dunsek. Now it's Josh Wright taking it up. Pick coming. Josh Wright uses it. Gives it up in the corner for Smith. Smith now sends it to Bickley with the mid-range, and Bickley's been real good coming off the bench. Now Dawkins finds Sapp, and Davey's not going to cover him anywhere near the three-point line, knowing he's no sort of threat out there. Campbell with the turnaround, a little short. Knoll with the rebound. Bickley gives it up to Knoll, who will take the long three. That's off the back iron, rebounded by Charles Sapp. Now, Kyle Flanders from three. That's good! And this place erupts as Kion Flanders gets that one to go. And he's had a tough shooting night from the three-point line. Josh Wright gets the mid-range. Sapp inside. Nice play against Davey, and Sapp gets his first points of the year. As I mentioned, Flanders struggled shooting from beyond the arc tonight, 2 for 7, but those two have been 2 big shots. He's also 6 for 7 from the free throw line. He's added 16 points to that. And it's going to be a full timeout, I believe. Or excuse me, only 30 seconds. So we'll stay right here. 85-79 with 7:46, to go in the final half. As I mentioned, Stockton on a 4-game win streak against Rowan. Won every matchup last season. In trouble of losing the first matchup this season, and more importantly, in jeopardy of losing their undefeated record. They're currently 3-0. The Lady Ospreys lost to Rowan's squad just earlier, so their 4-0 record is now tarnished. It is now 4-1. No longer perfect, but of course still a great record. And we'll still see Sapp out there, along with Dawkins, Flanders, Johnson, and Angelov for the Ospreys. As for the Profs, it's going to be Knoll, Wright, Dickerson, Smith, and I believe Seeger's going to be in there as well, as he's talking to the official. He's playing with 4 fouls. He's probably trying to talk to the official and see just exactly what he can do to avoid getting that fifth. 7:45 on the clock. Jamar Johnson tightly guarding Josh Wright. Both bench players and both players playing really well off the bench for their respective teams. Wright gets that one to go, and he gives a nice fist pump after that one. Nice mid-range jumper from Josh Wright. He's now got almost double digits. He's at 7. Jamar Johnson, strong take. Sapp with the rebound. Sapp going to put it up again, and he draws the foul. He's going to go to the line. Excuse me, that was Josh Wright's 9th point of the game. Sapp not exactly scaring coaches as far as when he goes to the line. So head coach Joe Crispin is probably not too upset as to who they decided to foul. And I got to believe more than likely Sapp's probably not going to be excuse me, sorry. He's 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far this game, and he misses that one off the back iron. Now 1 for 3. He's got 3 points in the game. Still 87-79. 7:09 to go, and he gets the second one to go. Sapp 50% from the free throw line today. And he's been a real lift off the bench, rebounding, just the physicality inside. Dickerson falls to the ground. Now here's Wright. Trying to break down Johnson, hits Dickerson. Dickerson thought about it, pulls up from mid-range and gets that to go. And that's a really big part of what I think the second half has been for Rowan. They haven't gotten these big plays and the big three-pointers that the Ospreys have, but they're getting those. They're very consistent on the mid-range shot, and they've shown you exactly why. Now Angelov goes up again, and Sapp basically bear hugged Seeger there, and he knows it. And Duncic is going to check in for him, I'm sure. And it's also going to be DJ Campbell who's going to check in for I think he's going to be coming in for Johnson. Jamar Johnson, I believe, is going to check out in place of Campbell. No. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. So Sapp and Johnson out, Campbell and Duncic in. While Andrew Seeger goes to the line. He's got 10 points tonight, 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, and 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Makes it 2 for 4. 10-point game now, 90-80. And I mentioned last season both teams in both regular season matchups topping 90 points. Looks like they'll, at least Rowan definitely will do it as they're at 90 now. We'll see what the Ospreys muster up in the last 6:27. Maybe a little comeback brewing. Seeger makes the first and hits the second. Now here's Dawkins. Gives it up to Duncic. Hits Angelov. Now Campbell getting doubled. Flanders from 3. And that one off the mark. Duncic was trying to get the rebound. Nice work by Andrew Seeger. Stockton getting out rebounded 46-36. And there's Andrew Seeger, his 15th point of the game. He's been really nice tonight. Still playing with 4 fouls. Now Angelov answers right back. And Martin Angelov, not a whole lot more you could say about this kid. 5 for 8 from the three-point land in his home opener here at Stockton. As we mentioned, transfer from Ranger College, JUCO program in Texas. Duncic gets his 4th foul called on him. Seeger will shoot 2. And I got to assume that they're going to take Duncic out here. Maybe not. Only Osprey standing is Azoro, but now he's back down. $95-83. 96-83. Dawkins hits Flanders. Now down in the post to Dunsack. Picks up his dribble. Now at the Flanders. Long three. Short. And that's going to go out. Pellegrini's going to check back in. Dunsack's going to sit. 5:29 to go. 13-point game. And the Ospreys cut it down to 6 points at one point. But they really just haven't been able to stop them consistently offensively. Or consistently defensively. That was a nice shot by Josh Wright, and even nicer back pedal. He fell momentarily and did a little flip as Campbell's going to go to the line on the shooting foul from the jumper. This is going to be Campbell's 6th free throw attempt tonight. He's 4 for 5 up until this point. 5:03 to go in the second half. Gets the first. Ospreys have just been playing behind all day today, whether it was women's or men's. Women's never held the lead, but the men's at least had a lead early, even though it was only 1 point when it was 2-1. Definitely not how you want to manage the game down and trying to work your way back, but that's what the Ospreys have been having to do here. And they're just chasing. Good work by Nick Pellegrini, but Ospreys never got the rebound. Seeger gets it out for 3 and misses. Campbell comes down with the rebound. Flanders gives it up to Pellegrini, back to Flanders, and that's going to go out on Rowan. It's going to stay here. That was a real opportunity for the Ospreys to get an easy 2. Now Gaither's going to come back in for Pellegrini. 4:39 to go. 98-85. Ospreys coming into this contest had only given up 66.3 points a game. They're obviously they've given up well over that by now. It's going to stay here. It's going to be Marcellus Ross, I believe. Oh no, they're going to give that to Dickerson. Connor Dickerson's going to get his second foul. DJ Campbell's going to go to the line once again. 6 of 7 thus far. First one misses. Real big showing from the Stockton alumni today. Still hoping to see the Ospreys squeak out a win. Misses the second one as well, but Gaither had his hands on it. They're going to say it was off Rowan. It's going to stay here. Real good hustle to the ball there. That was number 30, Josh Wright. Sophomore out of Whitesboro, New Jersey. And he was battling with Tavon Gaither. They're going to call that one a jump ball because we weren't exactly sure maybe who to give it to. So what I thought I saw the official signal. Angelov gets inside, kicks it out to Flanders. Now Flanders trying to drive in. Finds Dawkins, who loses the handle for a second. Now Dawkins will set up from 3. That one off the mark. Gaither, second opportunity, gets his own rebound. And moving bodies in front. Stretch Hawkins takes a fall, and the referee quickly comes in to make sure everything's all good. There's a little bit of a skirmish from what I hear from last year in the NJAC final. Of course, tension's real high on that one. But I think that's why you saw the referee have the reaction that he had right there. He doesn't want anything chippy late here as he gets it into right. Now 98-87, 12-point lead, and Dawkins is going to get the foul. Josh Wright took a hard fall there. He rolled for a solid 5 yards on the floor. And it's going to be a free throw, 2 free throws, I should say, now for Josh Wright. 10th team foul for the Ospreys. Under 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes to go. Josh Wright's had a very nice night. 11 points off the bench, 5 for 10. Excuse me, 5 for 10 from the field. 0 for 3 from 3. And now 1 for 4 from the free throw line, but it was Jazir Knoll getting the rebound for Rowan and putting it right back in. So either way, they got 2 points out of it. And beautiful cut from Martin Angelov, who I'm telling you is a crowd favorite here at Stockton already. Angelov has 18. Now here's Josh Wright. Rowan now in triple digits, 100-89. 11-point game with 3:25 and counting. Ospreys really haven't been able to go on any sort of scoring run that would make this a 1-point game or anything like that, mainly because of plays like that. Connor Dickerson, that's a real strong drive inside. Ospreys coming back quickly. Martin Angelov. Now Campbell. I think he dribbled off Angelov, if I'm being honest. I'm not entirely sure, but I want to say that's what happened. As Bickley's going to come in for right now, and right now Lawrence is going to check in for Angelov. Angelov, real nice night, 20 points, 7 for 13 from the field, 5 for 9 from three-point land. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, very productive. And he was obviously 20 points off the bench. He'll take that any day. And that's going to be a travel from Connor Dickerson. Head coach Joe Crispin not happy at all with these referees. As fans here start filing out. Under 3 minutes to go, and just real no momentum for the Ospreys. Angelov back in for Gaither. There's Dawkins to Angelov. This could be it, and another one for Angelov. He is on fire. And Stockton calling a timeout there. 10-point game with 2:43 to go. Martin Angelov, what more can you say? 23 points, 6 for 10. Shooting 60% from beyond the arc. And Jazir Noel for Rowan, 26 points. 9 for 19 from the field. 12 rebounds. Him and Seeger, both a double-double in rebounds and points. So Angelov is going to check out, and it's going to be Jamar Johnson to check in out of this timeout. And as I mentioned, it's been a real good game tonight, but Rowan has really controlled the game offensively and has controlled the pace for the most part. But the Ospreys looking to get on a hot streak late here. Ospreys go with Flanders, Lawrence, Dawkins, Johnson, and Campbell. They're going real short right now. They're going against Knoll, Dickerson, Bickley, Seeger, and Ross. I mean, even looking at Campbell and Seeger getting matched up right now, you could see the size mismatch, but I think we'll see what happens. I'm not too sure. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here. And this is a real interesting lineup that Scott Bittner comes out of the timeout with. And I think this is more of the scoring lineup. knowing he needs to produce some points quickly. Gets it into Noel. Noel loses control of it. Ball's on the ground. Now it's going to be a jump ball. Good play from Noel and Jamar Johnson. Both players working hard for it, and now Angelov will check back in. He might be doing a little offense-defense with Jamar Johnson. That jump ball is going to go to the Ospreys. 2:29 on the clock. 10-point game. Right now Lawrence finds Dawkins. Katie and Dawkins. Back to Lawrence in the corner for Flanders. Rowan going man-to-man, and they're going to call a foul. He's going to send Lawrence to the line. It's going to go on Connor Dickerson. It's going to be his third. He's had a very nice night. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Even more impressive, Andrew Seeger has been playing most of this second half with 4 fouls, and he's played very well defensively. Lawrence gets the first one to go. First points for Lawrence in this season. And now he'll set up for another one. 9-point game. Second one goes. Now makes it 8-point game. Marcellus Ross gives it up to Bickley. Now to Dickerson. Dickerson getting doubled now. Heavy double. Gets it to Seeger. Seeger now getting doubled. Gets it back to Bickley. And they'll slow it down with 2 minutes to go. Oh, he's got Ross if he wants him. Finds Ross. Into Seeger. And that one's taken away. Now here's Lawrence, who loses control of it momentarily. And I don't think the shot clock ever reset, so it's going to stay with the Ospreys. Quick note about that last possession from Rowan, however, that I think they were putting the ball on the floor a little too much. If they just play with their head up, and I think Seeger would have seen the guy down low. I believe that was Dickerson, or that might have been Noel actually, or Noel, excuse me. Maybe a little too much dribbling for Rowan on that last possession, which leads to the turnover. And now it'll be Jamar Johnson out, Angelov in. So they are doing a little offense-defense with Johnson and Angelov. It's going to be Katie and Dawkins. And the referees are talking about something over at the scores table. So the players will take a break, as will we, with 1:44 to go. It's going to be a quick break. Please stay with us. Coming out of this timeout, 102-94, Rowan leads with 1:44 on the clock. DJ Campbell and Jameer Knoll leading all scorers, both with 26 points for their respective teams. Martin Angelov off the bench with 23. He's had a very nice shooting night, 6 for 10 from the three-point line, 8 for 14 from the field. Obviously, when you get 23 points from your bench player, that's a very productive night. That one gets into Lawrence. Dawkins now to Flanders. 15 on the shot clock. Lawrence with the screen. Dawkins got to do something with it. Under 10. Loses control of it. Now hits Angelov. Angelov might have to throw something up here. 4, 3, 2. And Dawkins gets it off in time, but it does not fall. Noel gets the rebound, gets it up to Marcellus Ross, and a foul on DJ Campbell. That's going to be Campbell's third, excuse me. And it might be a little too late. Too little too late here for the Ospreys if Marcellus Ross could hit this to make it a 10-point game. Really nice battle both sides either way. And Ross hits the first of 2. And he hits the second one. Now a 10-point game once again. There's Flanders down low. Foul going to be on the floor, but he's going to go to the line either way. So the next game for Stockton after this one, they will be here on Saturday playing Widener University at 2 o'clock. It's going to be before the women's game where they play Gallaudet University at 4. As for Rowan, their next game is going to be at TCNJ. It's going to be an NJAC opponent. And after tonight, it looks like they're going to be 1-0 in the NJAC. Flanders hits the second. And that game, Rowan versus TCNJ, is going to be at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Dickerson gets inside, kicks it out to Seeger. Seeger drives in, and the Euro step goes with the reverse Euro. Really like it there. Campbell sends that one up and gets a 3 ball to go, but again, it might be one of those things a little too late. 106.98 now as Seeger drives in once again. That one doesn't go. 40 seconds. Ospreys aren't dead yet. Campbell from deep. That one's short. Might have been Dickerson to get a hand on it. 34 seconds and counting now. And it's going to be Rowan to hold it. And real nice job from both sides today. Ospreys will fall to 3-1 on the season. Pross will improve to 2-2. As I mentioned, the first 2 games of the season were both losses, and they were both 1-point losses. So it's not like they were getting blown out or anything. As Ahmad Bickley gets the 3 in the final seconds, and Rowan will take the win here, 109.98, and they will go up 1-0 in the NJAC conference. Ospreys fall to 0-1. Overall, the Stockton Ospreys fall to 3-1, and Rowan increases to 2-2. Thank you to everybody who watched not only this game, but the one previous. My name is Eric Bretz. We will be here on Saturday at 2 o'clock for the men's game. Please tune in then for tonight. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday night and safe travels home.